So my garbage disposal finally gave up on me, and how do I know? I flipped the switch on the wall that turns on the garbage disposal and I hear no motor. But we're going to also do process of elimination. We're going to make sure it's not the switch and it actually is indeed the garbage disposal. We are going to disconnect the garbage disposal and hook it up to another outlet just to make sure. So I disconnected my garbage disposal plug from its actual wall socket inside underneath the kitchen cabinet, and I ran another line from the living room and I plugged it in. I flipped on my switch to turn on the garbage disposal using a different outlet, and I still hear no motor. Now if you take a look underneath your garbage disposal, you're going to see a reset button right here. Go ahead and push that button and try starting your motor again. If the garbage disposal still doesn't work, it is time to replace your unit. You're going to want to take an empty tray of some sort and place it underneath your unit just in case you get a bunch of water and junk coming out. If your unit is hooked up to a dishwasher, now is the time to disconnect that hose. Mine is a Phillips screw. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this hose and put it into the empty tray below us. Now we have this adapter plate right here that's held on by two screws. Both of them are flathead. We're going to go ahead and remove that. No need to save these screws because our brand new unit comes with brand new screws. I'm going to go ahead and throw it into our tray. Right above your old garbage disposal, you're going to have this metal ring right here with a little hoop. There's a couple of hoops right here for you to stick a screwdriver in here and use this as leverage to turn counterclockwise. There you go. Once it turns counterclockwise, it should unlock from its position. Make sure you have your aluminum tray underneath to collect any water coming out. There you go. Let's go ahead and take this out of the way. Now that we removed the old garbage disposal, on this adapter right here, we have 3 screws. They're all Phillips or flathead. You can use either or, and all you have to do is just loosen it up. Because what we're trying to do is get access to this snap ring underneath right here. Unscrew it until you can lift this up pretty high enough in order to access that snap ring underneath there. I unscrewed it all the way to the end. As you can see, now if I lift it up, you see this snap ring? I can stick a flathead underneath here. Be careful not to cut your fingers by slipping on here. You have to find a way to take this ring off here. There you go. After you take your ring off, I'm going to throw it into the tray. I'm going to drop this whole adapter. And this thing right here, all you need is a flathead and just pry it off. Comes right out. You got this little paper spacer right here. You're going to have to take off. There you go. Now we're going to go to the top and we're going to remove this from inside the sink above. Here it is. This should come out pretty easily. Just make sure you keep your aluminum tray directly beneath here because we're going to scrape all this junk off. Get it ready for our new seal. You're going to grab a plastic tool or a plastic scraper, nothing metal, and you're going to start scraping off the old junk here. And it comes off very easy. Make sure it drops underneath into that tray you got below there. I'm going to go a little further and get some wipies to clean off any remnants. Looks good. Go ahead and drop it down there. And grab some paper towels here now and wipe this area clean. Get ready for our new installation. And here is our new Waste King half horsepower garbage disposal. I just took it out of the box, guys. It's going to come with the same chrome bracket that we removed. It's going to come with the top portion, and basically that's it. For those that have a dishwasher and want to use that, you're going to have to punch out this little plastic door inside of here. You put a screwdriver through here, get a hammer, and just knock it out. Once you knock it out, you can go put your hands through here and just take it out and throw it away. I am not going to use my dishwasher. I'm just using it as a dish and pot storage for right now. It's just going to be a storage area for me. So I'm going to leave this punch out where it's at. Okay, so we're going to leave it alone. We are going to go ahead and take this, put it aside, and we're going to look at the top portion right here. Remember, when you get this straight out of the box, this is going to be stuck. Okay, you guys, this doesn't take a snap ring like the old unit that I just took out. It takes a little rubber piece right here that gets stuck inside here that holds this metal piece to the rest of the body. So I'm going to take a flathead screwdriver and I'm just going to pry it out. Here it is. This is the rubber piece I'm talking about. Later you're going to have to reinstall this plastic piece, but for now, in order for us to install the rest, we're going to have to take this rubber piece out so we can take this whole entire unit apart. The reason why is because we have to install this in the sink first, right? So let's go ahead and unscrew this bottom piece right here, and it's paper gasket. Leave that there for now. We're going to take this, as you can see, this goes inside the sink and it has a rubber gasket that comes along with it. We're going to go ahead and keep the rubber gasket on here and flip this upside down just like that. So the fact that Waste King actually gave us a rubber gasket right here, we're not going to need plumber's putty, which is a good thing, right? Save some money there. Okay, make sure you put your rubber gasket on there. Nice. And then go ahead and install this on there, just like this. Flat and centered. Cool. Now we're going to need either a second person to hold this down while we go underneath to screw on the rest, or take something heavy and place it on here. Luckily, I still have my old garbage disposal. A place right there. Now we're going to take the paper gasket. We're going to place it on here first. We're going to take our lock ring right here, our plastic lock ring, and we're going to tighten it by hand. Make sure you do not cross thread it. Okay, go ahead and tighten it by hand. Now you're going to tighten it as much as possible without stripping the threads. You know your own strength, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this until it won't go anymore. There you go, pretty tight. Hopefully no leaks. Maybe one extra turn, there you go. Okay, the next part is where a lot of people are going to have problems and they don't know how to install this portion, okay? This next portion, you're supposed to take this metal piece right here with these things sticking upward. It looks like a Viking hat, okay? It's supposed to go up this way. But when you put this up here, this rubber piece is supposed to go in there also. A lot of people put this way too far because they don't know which groove to put this on. Okay, so let me put this back down and let me walk you through these steps. This is supposed to look like a hat. Okay, the small diameter goes towards the sink, and you got the wide hat brim right here goes towards the floor. Okay, but if you take a look inside of here on the inner diameter, you're going to notice this big lip right here, which is the bottom piece right here. There's a big lip, and everybody makes the mistake of trying to put that big lip inside this groove. But what a lot of people miss is on the top piece of the hat, there is also a very, very small lip. You take a look at it very closely right here. There is an upper lip and a bottom lip. You take the upper lip and you put it inside this groove, and you let this whole entire thing hang down. Okay, that's the only way you're going to make this metal ring get installed. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it right now. So let's go ahead and put this ring up here. Now you're going to use this slot right here to look at the groove. Okay, and you're going to line it up with this top. You're going to line it up with this top lip of this rubber. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this out here. There you go. I think I did it. Okay, so once that the top lip of that hat sits inside the groove, this whole entire thing should be able to drop down, and you'll see a big open gap right here for you to put the garbage disposal in. Okay, now you're going to take this groove right here and you're going to lock it into this slot right up here. There's going to be one on the opposite end of your garbage disposal that's going to also go inside this groove right here. Just make sure your garbage disposal is in the right direction. This is going to go towards your plumbing. Okay? Once that locks into place, you're going to spin this clockwise so this pin starts moving to the left. Okay, while you're locking this with your right hand, take your left hand and spin it that way. Spin the whole garbage disposal that way to help you along. That locks everything into place, and there you go. Wow. Whew, can't believe I did it. I'm taking the old rubber gasket from my plumbing off of my old garbage disposal to reuse. You guys can go ahead to Home Depot and buy a new one if you choose to. I'm going to place it right here in between the garbage disposal and my plumbing. I want to take this bracket up and I'm going to go ahead and screw this on. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now let's go ahead and do a leak test. Plug it in. Check carefully for any leaks while the water is running. Go ahead and put your hands around the whole entire periphery of the drain, the kitchen drain. Make sure there's no leaks. Go to every single joint and let the water run for 10 minutes and make sure there's no leaks. Now we're going to go ahead and plug in our new garbage disposal. Do you hear it running? It's working.